So how long have you known about them?
Forever.
About 15 years ago, I was part of an Eyes on the Top Secret presentation. It's about a shape-shifting
That's like Iron Man
alien
2, right?
species that had sent a few of its light ships crashing down to
something
Earth.
like that, yeah.
The Pentagon was concerned that they might get into their heads to invade us one day from the inside.
That invasion is real. It's happened.
That's not possible.
It is quite possible.
That's true.
Rhodey, why are you trying to throw him off the trail?
We're being invaded, and we can't even tell who the invaders are. Moscow was just the beginning.
Maybe we should call our friends.
No. We can't jump the gun on that. You know, we get them in a fight with the Skrulls, and next thing you know, they find themselves duplicated and turned
Why not
into
just put on the suit,
terrorists.
Rhodey?
Fury.
This is my war, Rhodey. I need you to back me on this.
He knows it.
Fury always knows.
He said you to fire me?
Dude, the music.
Nobody sent me. I volunteered. And not to put too fine a point on this, but that mess they
it's
like
created
pointing
in
to
Moscow
him
that
being
resulted in
wrong.
getting one of our best people murdered, you earned all this smoke, brother.
Move. Are you seriously under the impression that just because you stripped me of my titles, you relinquished my DNA?
Careful, Fury.
Kill.
And you wonder why you're out.
I'm Nick Fury. Even when I'm out, I'm in.
I like that.
Boom, you looking for this?
Welcome back to BoomShot. I'm Colby. This is Kel, and with us today from Japan is our buddy Tucky, who's been in one video before. We're very excited to have him on the video.
Yes. We've just watched Secret Invasion Episode 2, Promises. The show started out with a promise. It showed the backstory to like how the Skrulls basically got their positions of power in the Earth. What do you think about that?
That was pretty cool. They had that whole council.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that coming, that all of them would be, because it started off with that flashback.
Yeah.
And it turns out like all the people that volunteered in that room, or at least a lot of them, were in the council. They were all Skrulls, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Gravik was obviously one of them, but then we saw some other people. It's got like the UK Prime Minister. It has the NATO like general, some guy from some news channel. Like people of influence all over the world in different spheres of influence, but combined, those spheres of influence are able to basically manipulate the entire world. And I didn't see that coming at first either. But then it made sense. I was like, this is the council that kicked Talos out that he was talking about last episode. One of the things I liked best about this episode was how it explored like the geopolitical. We talked about this last episode. How it explored the geopolitical conflict. Like America's about to go to war with Russia. We got to see that a little bit. So
yeah, and we've never really seen that with Marvel before. So I think it's interesting they're going that route. And I'm starting to get pretty invested. These first two episodes have been slow, but
yeah, I
think it was on purpose. So that way, I'm wanting to see it come back from Fury, and I think that's what they wanted the audience to feel.
Tucky, what did you think about this episode?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I didn't think they'd be so organized.
Yeah,
being on Earth and there being so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
barely
true.
Being millions of them.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Earth without them even knowing, and it's always a mystery because you never know if the person you're thinking about is really who they are or a Skrull unless they reveal it at time. But.
That was a big drop though, like you said, where they said 1 million Skrulls have been on Earth. And even Fury didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was a big point of contention for him and Talos splitting up. That was something. That was a big thing that happened this episode. What's your take on that?
I loved that little dialogue they had in the train.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of good dialogue in this episode. It was very dialogue heavy, and then some action sprinkled in. But it's interesting. I wonder where. I guess Talos wants to meet with Gravik, and he says about his daughter. So that if they do meet up, that's going to be very interesting. But I don't think they'll kill Talos off. At least not this early. Or like maybe in the finale, but I don't.
They did Maria Hill dirty though.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe
they listed her as a special guest star again in this episode. I was like, she was tough.
As a flashback to last episode. Hey, credit where credit's due.
Another big thing that happened is we saw that Gia's kind of working. It seems like she's working both sides.
Yeah,
that's my interpretation. Is she seems like she's pretty sus of Gravik and his minions. but she's also not fully trusting her dad either. So she's doing the background work, and we see her uncover some scientific experiment that the Skrulls are pulling off at their compound. And theories are that they're trying to make the Super Skrull.
That would be sick.
And if you remember Lego Marvel's superheroes, the Super Skrull was insane. So
I mean, yeah, they pretty much said trying to make it stronger.
Yeah.
That's what
But the powers have been shifted a little bit. I think it's supposed to have the powers of the Fantastic Four, but then they had Groot, which would kind of be like, I saw this on Twitter, like Mr. Fantastic, and then Cole Upsini would kind of be like the Thing because he's strong.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I forgot who else they had on there. I can't remember.
Like
Frost Beast or something like that.
Yeah.
So that would be like Human Torch, but reverse. So it looks like, I wonder who the fourth person would be. Invisible Woman. I wonder who they'll get to emulate her powers, if that's what they're trying to mimic.
I hope so. And if they do that, I feel like maybe they'll get one person and it'll be Gravik. I feel like Gravik could become the Super Skrull.
Dude.
That's where I kind of see this going.
Yeah.
And then, but what would Fury do? I mean, Fury doesn't have superpowers other than his intellect, really. So, like, would he have to call somebody in, like Hulk or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. I don't know what he would do.
Probably where Carol Danvers makes a reappearance.
Yeah,
maybe because it might tie into the Marvels. So yeah, that could be too. Yeah, it's a good theory.
I just wonder if, like, after this is all resolved, if the Skrulls will be completely gone, if they're going to do like a different Skrull, like Secret Invasion type thing.
I hope. We've been saying we hope they do like a whole saga on it.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's cool that just the thought, like you said, that anybody that we've seen or that we could see could be a Skrull.
Yeah.
And I hope we get somebody on our side other than Talos that's a Skrull moving forward.
And our prime candidate right now is Rhodey.
Yeah.
After that interaction with Nick Fury, something just didn't. I don't know. Something wasn't clicking with me. I thought last week I was like, I could see Rhodey being a Skrull, but I could see that. But I do think it's interesting that, like, the Skrull Council has characters or like leaders from all over the world, but the American leader is just a news anchor. And not like a governmental leader. Yeah,
you would think Rhodey would be there, but I guess he was, on, for the Americans' behalf at that conference or whatever.
Yeah.
But you would think, that Rhodey would be on that council if he was a Skrull.
Yeah, or I mean, I don't know.
Surely, even if he is revealed to be a Skrull, he wasn't a Skrull the whole time. Like, surely.
No.
Because when he got hurt in Civil War, like you're saying when we watched it, we would have probably saw him, like turn into a Skrull, like his legs or something. So
yeah, because we saw the person who got their finger cut off, Pogan, I think. No, Brogan.
Dude, I'm surprised they showed that. Yeah,
that was a pretty intense scene. The scene in the meat locker where the guy's being interrogated by Fallsworth, and she cuts off his finger, and I was like, dang, I'm not used to seeing stuff like that on Disney Plus. Like that felt semi-Punisher-esque, It
made me excited to that we saw something like that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought about this while y'all were talking, but this could be like a good turning point for Rhodey. Like, say the Skrulls invade the White House, and the president makes this call that Rhodey's not okay with, so he has to go down this path, like all this military history. All of a sudden, he has to turn on his government.
Yeah,
but people are thinking, oh, he's just going rogue for Nick Fury because it actually works for Nick Fury.
Yeah,
that would be true because we're talking about too. Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross is confirmed to be president in the new Captain America movie.
Yeah, so the president has to die somehow.
Yeah, something has to go on with the current president. So that's a pretty good theory.
Because the Skrulls already took him.
Yeah,
and he's the president right now.
Dude, I don't know. I'm hoping something big happens with the American government. Like, I hope one of our main leaders is a Skrull. I could see Rhodey. I don't know if I'm fully on the train yet, but
I hope your theory happens.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
I hope your theory's right.
Rhodey's been this Air Force.
Yeah.
He's just been all Air Force for all this time. I think it'd be a good time for it to make a shift.
Yeah,
have a shift on his role.
Yeah, so. That's true. Yeah, a little bit more rebellion in his life. Mm-hmm. Dude, that would be sick. I hope we see that.
I haven't seen that floating around, but that's a good theory. I hope that happens. Because then Rhodey wouldn't be a Skrull, which is good. And then, like you said, it'd be good character development for him. So
I just feel like we need to see a big character that we've known be a Skrull. Like, it can't be cheap, but I just feel like if we go throughout the series and don't see one of our favorite characters that's been a Skrull this entire time, like, I feel like it'd be weird.
They have to be careful with it. Like,
yeah, obviously.
Because, like, if they did someone too big, like, Maria Hill would have been a good candidate. I feel like she's dead and wasn't a Skrull. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Who do you think could be a Skrull, Tucky? Besides Rhodey.
Man, I don't know. It was like I said earlier, it's like anyone could be a Skrull.
Yeah, who would you want to be a Skrull?
Man, y'all would have to let me think about it because I'm trying to think of something that could be like a major turning point.
We said the same thing last week, and we couldn't really think of anybody that would fit, but wouldn't be like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Because we have to be able to voice crack. That's tough. I don't know, man. This episode was pretty good, but I agree that it was a little on the slower side. But I mean, I can't complain with how long the episodes have been because that was something that we've been griping about for a long time.
Yeah, in general with like Disney Plus shows.
Yeah, but I think it's going to pick up. Usually the Marvel Disney Plus shows pick up about or episode 3 or 4.
Episode 3 is usually slap for these.
Yeah,
shows.
That's true. That is very true.
And what before we close, what did y'all think about Nick Fury being married to a Skrull?
I thought that was weird, but the thought crossed my mind like she was a Skrull before he walked in.
Yeah.
And changed when he walked in, so that he probably already knows, but that just made me think like, what if he doesn't know?
Yeah, what if he didn't know?
That would be crazy. I feel like my opinion on this is that he knows and he's been in a relationship since Captain Marvel.
Because he's been with them and known them for a while. So, but it's just something that crossed my mind.
But if he didn't, that would be nuts, dude.
That would be nuts. Dude, this man
be devastating. Dude. She's like double crossing.
She's really working for
Gravik.
Yeah.
That would stink, bro. What else could happen to Fury?
Because he did say like he was trying to hurt Fury by killing Maria Hill.
Yeah, like and not giving him what he wants.
Yeah.
So like.
So he could really
just torture him,
hurt him. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be so sad. That would be tough.
This show has the potential to be pretty dark, and I think that's a good thing. That Marvel needs a little bit more grit in their shows. So definitely excited with what we've watched so far. Let us know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.